Oh yeah.
Because I remember being the guy like a rubbery faced guy because he. But yeah, no, I think it was called like encyclopedia. No, I remember me because you had to answer at least like five of the like five questions like in a row. Like you could not miss because like A one start with A B C D. And you had to go. You couldn't go A B A then D. It had to be straight. And we missed a day because I think we went out to dinner that night.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I remember not winning it. It was.
Yeah, I know
Oh,
this.
wait. Oh, wait. No, no. Well, yeah, Encyclopedia, a children's series that aired on HBO starting in '88. Children's Television Workshop. Yeah. To yeah, showing. Yeah, I want to see the fucking.
Because
What was the?
yeah, I remember there was a
Who
one of
won?
one of these weird like retro TV shows, and it brought that up, and I completely forgot about it, and then I remember like there was this Encyclopedia Brown series, television series, and I only remember the one episode where it was like a golden rose was stolen from a World War II, no, a Civil War statue and stuff.
Mm. I remember. I think it was the first episode where they had some cool songs. Like one of them about Leif Erikson. It's like I'm Leif Erikson, and
How
I'm gonna go.
come they
Oh
put
yeah,
this shit on HBO Max? Come on.
oh yeah, here it is. Sweet.
I know.
Yeah, what a legend. All right. Well, any more honorable mentions?
Yeah, no, that's all.
All right. Well, we're at our number one. Number one.
Number one.
And yeah, and
Anticipation's killing us.
I'm sure I've mentioned this before at some point, but yeah, the show that yeah, and I think it's number one because I think I watched it pretty much for its entirety, for its entire run.
Okay.
Was little show on NBC created by Donald P. Belisario. Started in '89. Quantum Leap.
You know what? I have actually been watching that.
Oh, sweet, nice.
I always did. I loved Quantum Leap. I remember watching it on USA Network.
Well, yeah, it's syndicated for fucking ever.
Yep.
Shit, they might still be syndicating it.
I,
Uh,
I think it's on either Paramount Plus.
yeah, it's streaming now.
Yeah. But I've got the whole. I think I've got the entire season on not Blu-ray, at least on DVD.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I got it on DVD. Yeah, no, yeah. What can you say? Like the concept intrigued me. It was super awesome. And I tried to watch every week. Um, uh, and there was a bit of a lag. I did have a bit of a lag in the fourth season. The fourth and the beginning of the fifth season, there's a little bit of lag. Like there was this whole like two-parter where he becomes Oswald.
Okay, yeah.
And I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that episode on TV, nor did I see a lot of them that were around it. But yeah, that's just because it started junior high and all that kind of stuff. And but yeah, but the whole like, although I did get because I remember being like, oh, what's gonna happen? They always show the next place he's gonna go at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And I'm always thinking, and while it was playing on TV originally, and then the syndication, I was like, oh yeah, what's the order of the shows? Like, what's the order? I want to see the orders. Like, I want to figure out the order of the show. And then only like recently, like a couple years ago, that I learned that yeah, they didn't know all the time what the next episode was going to be.
Yeah.
So they would just throw in like the transition piece where like almost like every half of the episode he'd go into like the old African American man, and I'd be like, how could that can't be the next episode? That's
Yes.
like that. The other episode was the episode before that episode. So yeah,
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed in that. And actually it's made me think about like making yeah, it's one of my projects. I want to make like a YouTube video where it just literally just shows the transitions,
Yeah, no,
like cut and paste and edit them.
I think I remember watching I think it was like Minty Comics, because he does a lot of like what happened, like top 10 things that happened behind name of series, and he did Quantum Leap. Yeah, apparently they you like Fox did with Firefly. They shot they they also like didn't show the episodes in sequential order.
Right. Yes. Yep. That well, and then especially in syndication, of course they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no, of course not.
Yeah, because
And so yeah,
I my to me my favorite, and I didn't even know this. I remember seeing it, but I didn't know it had aired. They did one where he runs into a young Stephen King, and like
yeah.
literally gives Stephen King all of his like future ideas. I'm like,
I was talking about the episode to Garrett, my roommate, and
yeah.
he was like, "Oh yeah, there was one with a young Donald Trump
Yep. No, I remember that episode too.
where he's like, oh, there's going to be all these big buildings one day. Wow, that's cool, sir. All right, come on, Donald. Come on, Mr. Trump." And he's like, "What?" Well, anyway, yeah, Quantum Leap. Yeah, and then like the last episode, yeah. But as it was nearing down, I started watching it again, and then yeah, then news of the last episode came on, and I was like, and that was like the most hyped, anticipated show that I had.
Yeah.
And that was in like '93. And that was in like '93. That was like the end of the junior high year.
Yeah.
And I remember, yeah,
I remember
sitting down and watching that.
I remember being at an ex friend's house, and they always had their like television running like 24/7. And I remember, but it was like we were over there because I know he got himself into some deep trouble, and like he couldn't go anywhere, but he would still not have friends come over, and we're just sitting there bullshitting and watching Quantum Leap, and like the final episode pops on, just like I did by the time I think just in syndication. And I watch it, I'm like, what the? And I go literally go, what the fuck just happened? And I'm reading, the red like, and Sam Beckett never returned home. I'm like, what? And really, because it's like they didn't know if they were going to be picked up and stuff. And it was like, so they gave themselves if they weren't going to be picked up, here's their final episode. So it was at least they gave themselves an exit.
Well, yeah, and yeah, I remember feeling a lot of feelings about that ending. But overall, I liked the last episode, and yeah, it kind of made me just want to watch it again. And yeah, I got the DVD set a bit ago, and watch them every now and again. I do have an idea for like a YouTube short series, which I think would be really funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and by the way, I do have Hey Dude, the complete Hey Dude on DVD over here.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. Like what melody? Like it's like what do they get up to? What do those kids get up to? Because some real villains go through that ranch, and they got to stop them.
And then I was like, no, that was there was the episode where Ted couldn't be scared. I think that was like the third episode. Third or fourth. I was like, that was first season where Ted couldn't be scared, and it was all because he got scared because he didn't do any of his chores, and it was like,
what the fuck?
For Hey Dude. he got scared because he didn't do any of his chores, and it was like you know he the the chief hand had like pull a hose across something, which made it sound like someone digging underneath his. He thought was digging underneath his cabin or something.
Mm.
But I know like we're past Hey we're on to my number one.
Yeah. All right. What's your number one, Phil? Let's go.
All right. Now weirdly, this is a show I not a lot of people probably have seen the first season of this because the first season looked even though they had the same concepts that they did for the entire from its finale, the first season looked completely different. And I had one. It's one that gave like Nickelodeon its ID. If you think of early Nickelodeon and what it was associated with, you would get what my number one is. And plus,
Oh,
if you would say certain words,
fuck. Like fuck. That's the biggest honorable mention.
yeah. If
Yeah,
you
I forgot about the show completely. Completely forgot about it.
and those who don't know, my number one is you cannot do that on television.
Oh, those crazy Canadians!
Yep.
Crazy Canadians do their crazy Canucks shit.
How dare they bring
Spoiling the youth of America. God, that show's incredible.
It was.
Fucking yeah, I would at grandma's house after school, go down to the basement, watch. Well, you can't do that on television. Fuck.
Yeah. And yeah, no, because I was bored one day and I was like just looking up old TV clips. I'm like, hey, I wonder if they got any of the old you can't do on television clips because sadly we'll never get these on at least on DVD because the masters got destroyed. I don't know if it was like because they were apparently in a fire. And if it's the same place I think it was, it's this warehouse that had like every masters like music movies. If it was this warehouse that was in Hollywood, it's gone. Or if just it was in Canada, somewhere in Canada. I don't know. But it pulled stuff from the first season, and it was you remember the mom and dad, right? The mom who always
Yeah.
had I think she wore like the cleaning gloves always.
Oh yeah. Incredible.
She was there, but she looked like a little bit more dark and evil and stuff. And it was like the house looked completely different, and it was like none of the kids that we ever saw was on that first season. Well, at least I don't remember. And it wasn't until the second season they got a budget, so they cleaned up, made the mom and the dad look more, and that's when we got Barf. Well, it was Barf, right? The chef, and all played by the same guy, the guy who was like the tech who wore the headset. That was all his. This was all his idea too.
Oh yeah, I kind of assumed that. Yeah, that he was sort of the mastermind.
Yeah.
Behind it. I did watch something recently where it was like, yeah, like Moose wasn't went to the audition for a friend.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
And then that dude was just like, "Hey, read some lines," and she was like, "Okay."
Yeah, and then like I said, they brought in Alanis Morissette, and the reason they didn't keep her because they said she is too smart. But apparently, like that's what they're most like. I think it was like I saw it like if it ever got onto DVD, like the best of that, probably that DVD set would have been like the most sought after. The ones because I think she was like only like 2 or 3 episodes.
Mm.
Yeah, and apparently, like if they would say water, or I don't